Let's try this one out. I'm going to hit Start Tutorial. And we need to select the deer, and we're going to select the subject on this deer. So it's going to grab this thing. We're going to take the brush tool. If it's already been selected, you have to click away and click it again. I'm going to come up here, double check to make sure I have this set to 80 pixels, set to 0. And I'm going to click Next. And that just kind of stops. It's stopping at different points, which is super frustrating. So I'm going to hit Reset. I'm going to hit Cancel. It keeps wanting me to finish the current thing, which isn't letting me do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the mask. And then from here, I'm going to come up here on Branch. And I'm going to select the outside area. So what I want to do is I want to go to Select, Color Range. I'm going to click on the white. And now I'm going to hit Invert. What this will do is it's sometimes easier to select what you don't want and then invert it, which means reversing, than it is to select each one of these individual pieces. So now when I click OK, if I hit mask again, now I've got this set up where I've got it by itself. Now if I come over here, I'm going to click, instead of being on the mask, I'm going to click on the thumbnail. That's this little preview. And I can press Command T to transform. And I'm going to come outside of this little piece. It turns into this little hook arrow that lets me rotate. And then I'm just going to drag it inward. And I'm basically going to add in these pieces here. I'm going to try to reset this and try it again. Cancel. But yeah, it is really just fighting me quite a bit on this. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the branch and I'm going to press Command J to duplicate. I'm going to press Command T to transform. And then right down here in this little contextual menu, this thing changes based on what you're using. I'm going to choose this one, which is Flip Horizontal. And then I'm going to drag this over. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to press Command plus. And it's kind of a low-res version of the photo, so it's not really looking great. And what I'm going to do is I want to hide portions of the branches a little bit into his hair. So I'm going to take the Move tool, which is this little tool right here. And on this first one, I'm just going to kind of move this up a little bit. Going to move this one over a little bit. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to match the branch with that one horn. And then what I'm going to do is on the mask. So I'm going to turn off this right one. I'm going to come to the mask. So I'm choosing this section. I'm going to switch to my brush. And I'm going to bring my opacity up to about 30% or so. And I'm going to make my brush smaller. The way I can make it smaller without doing this here is I could just slide this over. Or when I'm over here, there's a bracket key. It's next to the letter P. That's your right black bracket. It makes the brush smaller. The left bracket makes it larger. And what I'm going to do is right here, right where it's running into his forehead, I'm just going to tap a couple times. And see, it kind of fades in. I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to tap that one a couple times. So now it looks like it's kind of blending in. If you hold down your Shift key, you can see that's what the original picture was. So I hit Shift and I clicked on the mask. If I press Option and I click on the mask, it actually shows me all of the white area means you see everything. Black area means it hides everything. And then gray is partially see-through. So when I'm tapping right along here, it's making this area slowly fade in. So now if I click back on the branch again, you can see it's just slowly fading in. Now I'm going to turn on the right-hand side. I'm going to click on the mask of the copy. And I'm going to do the same thing again here. I'm just going to tap a couple times. I'm just kind of moving it down a little bit. I'm using the edge of this brush to be the thing that kind of eats away at the branches and stuff that are up there. And then now I've got these branches tied into the deer. And that's not exactly what they were looking to have you do, but that's close enough for what I wanted to have you do, which is basically going in, cleaning up selecting it so he's in the background. And then I just realized one other thing. Man, these feet look so messed up. Let's go back to the deer layer and let's choose the mask. Now, I'm going to use I'm not going to cover the entire foot with the brush. I'm just going to use the edge, and I'm going to tap a couple times. What this is doing is it's using gray, and it's kind of fading this in because I have a lower opacity brush. So I'm going to do the same thing over on this side. I'm just going to tap a little bit. I'm going to tap a little bit more. And then I'm going to, just so you can see what that did, I'm going to press Option, and I'm going to click on the mask. So see how it's fading up into white? So it's going from dark to light. So it was hiding more of those feet. So again, I'm going to click the mask with the Option key off. Actually, I'm going to click the thumbnail. And if you want to see what did this look like before the mask, if I press Shift and I click on the deer, you can see before, it puts this little X on here, and then the after. And then I can zoom out just a little bit. And now we've got a little bit of a simplistic composite. And then go ahead and save that. And this is one that won't have the green check mark, so you can just show me that one.